this parking structure reminds me of Blade Runner. I just saw Blade Runner. Now I'm trying to get out of here. All the cars are perfect, wash clean, high end, best of the best. I'm driving my old car, relatively old, dirty. And that was what Blade Runner was all, the new one, the Blade Runner 2049. It's all about the new age versus the old age. How technology is dehumanizing people. Only some people are still human and have souls. And I do movie reviews for Christians, and there's a lot of good material in here for Christians in terms of thinking about the soul and meaning of life and God, or how we are humans, not just robots. Free will, love, real relationships. In the movie, it was a lot of relationships with replicants and artificial humans, artificial beings, I guess you'd say. Some didn't even know if they were really human or if they were artificial. They had to do some kind of test to figure out whether Ryan Gosling didn't know if he was human or real, or if his memories were real or were implanted by a chip. Scary future world. Futuristic, of course, and these movies, yeah, they're Hollywood, but there's always something prescient in some of these movies that kind of forecast some of the future. Floating cars, of course. We'll probably have that at some point in time, like the Jetsons. Had some of the feel of the original Blade Runner. The music was really intense. I really enjoyed the music. Harrison Ford didn't even appear in the movie until about 3/4 of the way through, and then he appeared with his dog. And lots to talk about in this film, a lot of analysis. But just to be brief, as I always say, pray the movies. I was praying for soulfulness in this movie. The need for soulfulness, authentic interaction with others, genuine humanity. But for Christians, because we are in Christ, we are both divine and human to a certain extent. Our divinity comes mostly from our unity with other Christians, not so much in our personal power to do miracles. Although miracles was a theme in this movie too. You've never seen a miracle. They tell one character tells Ryan Gosling, who is the main character and plays one of the old Blade Runners, you've never seen a miracle. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of analysis of this from a theological perspective. But the big takeaway in terms of prayer and trying to make the world a better place is to pray for soulfulness. We used to say not just Christian soulfulness, but soulfulness in terms of human authenticity and kindness and genuine interaction with one another, not treating each other like a number. At one point, Harrison Ford asked Ryan Gosling, "What's your name?" And Ryan started saying his number, his badge number. He actually worked for the LAPD for most of the movie until the end. He got fired, but Harrison interrupts. That's not your name. That's a number. So Harrison represented more of the humanity. And Ryan was trying to figure out what it means to be human. He couldn't figure it out for a long time. I think he did at the end. And all of us need to struggle with what it means, basically the meaning of life. Sure, even if you're a Christian, you already know the meaning of life hereafter, but how do you interact with others and make others, well, evangelism, of course, but even in evangelism, it's easy just to keep people at a distance and not really treat people with dignity. You know, you can be an evangelist in a big stadium or something, but never really reach and teach and talk and interact with people on an individual basis. That's important. So those are a few things to think about as you watch the movie. God be with you all and bless you. Enjoy the movie.